What up, y'all, and welcome to another speaker review. As you can see here, we got ourselves a little Sony extra bass something or another. What is it? SRS-XB43. I don't know how they name these things, but yeah, the SRS-XB43 wireless speaker by Sony. The party speaker. I don't know.
The party speaker.
Why this thing called a party speaker? So I'm not gonna lie. I walked into Walmart. I was looking at speakers. I was actually looking for a new G-Boom. Someone told me that the G-Booms were on sale, and so I went to go look for a new G-Mega. None were there. They had still G-Booms and all that other good stuff. But I saw this guy and I was like, you know what? Review. So, kid you not, I didn't even really read it or look at it at all. I was just like, Sony's got a new speaker out. Let me check it out. I'm a little late to this one because after I bought it, checked it out, looked it up online, this speaker was originally, I think, came out at $250, and I got it for $157 at Walmart. And so I'm assuming it's just steadily going down, and I can tell you right now, throughout this review, you'll find out why. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I bought this thing without even ever looking this thing up or even seeing, whoa, my God, it changes colors. So turn this on after charging it. Thing changes colors. I think that is fucking sweet, honestly. It's got light up speakers. Was not expecting that. That's fucking sweet. As soon as I turned it on, this thing was like blue, and I was just like going through all these sweet colors. So like, that's a selling point to me. I mean, that's fucking sweet. Like, if the JBL did that, it might have still been mine, but no. So this thing actually, in my opinion, very strikingly looks like a JBL, or feels like a JBL even in my hand. The weight wise, also JBL kind of, but I like its shape better because it doesn't roll. It's not as roly-poly looking. It actually looks like an actual state where you put it. One cool thing it did do is as soon as I turned it on, automatically gave my phone the option to sync to it. And I believe JBL does that too, but I just thought that was a cool feature. I didn't have to go through some weird pairing or whatever and do all that hoopla. Just this motherfucker goes to the music, even the commercial music. I did ask for house music, but it just gave me this instead, but alright. Speaker is a raven itself. So definitely directional. If it's pointed one way, you're not going to hear it. I'm pretty sure the other JBL was able to be almost omnidirectional, but don't quote me on that. Sounds pretty good though. I will say it's got better bass than that JBL does, and that's not fully cranked though. Alright, this is cranked on my phone. Pretty decent sound. Let me see if I can put this. Good stamina. Go check that out, whatever that is.
Level 1.
Okay, so that's it. That is as loud as it's going. I mean, it's decent. Definitely decent for what it's supposed to do. Let me see. I was drawn to just going through the manual to find out the frequency specs on this. To find out if it actually is performing or my ears just didn't like it. Like I said, for most of these speakers that I do reviews on, sometimes it's one of those objective things because all of our ears are shaped differently, they hear differently, just like we see differently. Everyone sees differently, although we all can see generally the same things, we all see differently. So, same thing applies to our ears. Now, this guy, I was definitely very
it definitely
impressed
tries to keep up.
by just its overall design look, and then when I turned it on, this thing lights up. I did not realize it lit up. I can't tell you how excited I got. We're just gonna go into the sound test now, and then we're gonna get into the last part of you. So sound test.
In
Check
my
it out.
opinion, for the money, it definitely is worth it. If you like the JBL and you want something with a little more bass, it doesn't really I wouldn't say it's not louder than the JBL, but it definitely has more quality sound in my opinion that it produces versus the JBL. Sorry JBL, but y'all just a bunch of you're just loud to be loud, and it's just like lacks the quality. At least from what my ears hear. You guys just crank it. There's no like actual substance to your bass. It's just all highs and mids. I appreciate a speaker that's got good bass. Good bass that doesn't muffle out its highs at the same time, which this does. I will say the JBL sometimes will muffle out the highs, but I can still hear the speaker pretty well no matter where I'm at in the apartment. And it's pretty. The sound just travels a lot better, and the bass hits like a movie theater sometimes, like depending on what you're watching.
So
this would
as
not
you can
hit
tell
like
in the
a
sound
movie
test,
theater,
this is
nor
just
would
like
the
the JBL in my opinion when it comes to
G-Boom,
its design, look, feel, the way it feels in your hands, almost like JBL, the way it sits on this table like JBL almost. I would say it's a lot more sturdy than the JBL. It's actually gonna stay where it's at. It's not gonna like get knocked and just start rolling all the way away, and you have to go chase it down. I will say it does not get. I can't say doesn't get louder than the JBL. No, I think it doesn't get as loud as the JBL, but it definitely has more quality sound versus the JBL. And by that I mean when it hits those lows, it's not mudding out those highs, and vice versa. I feel with that JBL speaker, the one I did recently, the XB43, the louder it got, the highs kept getting louder, but those lows kind of seemed to like taper off at a certain point. But it lowered. Honestly, this sounds like the JBL Extreme turned down to a certain level, because there was a certain point where the JBL XB43 did sound good, but this one does not exceed that. But it also, I mean, in my opinion, it doesn't really need to. It does what it needs to. Being a party speaker, it's waterproof, all these things proof. Basically, it's out here to get fucked up and have a good time around it. One of the cool features I saw on this was this live feature and the stamina feature. I'm not too pumped about them. I'm assuming the stamina feature, they say it's just, it pretty much just turns down all the resources to where you can use it to its longest battery capacity. And then the live setting is so that you can listen to it in such of a way that it would mimic being literally at the concert. I don't really think it really does those things, honestly. It does do the stamina thing. It really does turn down everything. You can still hear the music, but you can definitely tell like the bass is pretty much gone, and it tries its best to still be there, but not all the way there. The live, it does almost the same thing, but a little less of a degree. It's supposed to be able to. You're supposed to be able to hit it so where you can hear it on either side, and that's the thing about this. Whatever side of the speaker you're on, you better be on the front, because that's how you're going to hear it the best. If you're behind it, you're not going to hear it as well. And the live button's supposed to fix that. It doesn't really, in my opinion. You also can take calls through this thing and all that good stuff. But yeah. Now to give it a review, a number review out of 10, I would give this speaker for the price currently at $157. I would not have paid $250. Well, actually, I probably would have still paid $250 just to review it. But pay $157 for this quality speaker. Honestly, I'll give this and my reviews are probably gonna get more and more harsh, but I want to say like a 7.5, maybe 8, and that's because I have a G-Boom, and you know what? I should grade this by what it is: a party speaker to hang out with. So a party speaker to hang out with, I give this a 10 out of 10. A nice handheld thing that is not too big, not too clunky. You can hang out by the pool with your friends with. You can hang out on your kayaks with. This for sure. I give it a 10 out of 10. Something like a G-Boom, I would not put on a kayak. I would not. It's not one of those thing that is small enough, I feel like, and easy enough to just be manipulated like this. This could fit into your knapsack. This could go in anything. Almost can fit in your pocket if you got a big enough pocket. So yeah, I give it a 10 out of 10. I wish it was better on the sound, but you can only do so much with such a small area. So I give them props on what they were able to accomplish, especially with the sounds and all the other bells and whistles. So 10 out of 10 on the Sony SRS-XB43. Hope this helped y'all of any sort at all. And yeah, if you enjoyed any of this today, please go ahead, hit that bell, hit that bell, hit that bell, hit that bell, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Probably gonna be DaggaDaze show, but we'll see if there's any other speakers that come out that I want to review. But yeah, peace.